Hey everybody, Julie here from Mostly Caffeinated. I have done my 3 younger kids' spring-summer shopping for their clothes. So I thought maybe I would film a little bit of a haul. I do all my kids' clothes shopping at a consignment store. I don't know if they have these all over the country, but here in the Midwest, they have a consignment store called Once Upon a Child, which is kind of a cross between a thrift store and traditional consignment. They buy used children's clothes and items, but they sell them at closer to thrift store prices. Most clothing items are $3 or $4 or $5. Some things that are really expensive brands are more, but it's not like each item is super individually priced. And I buy most of my kids' clothes there. I have that I pick out clothes for a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and my daughter is 1.5. And kind of naturally, I guess, she has the most new clothing items every season because she's the first girl in our family. My 6-year-old gets some hand-me-downs from his cousin who's a little older. My 4-year-old wears mostly my 6-year-old's hand-me-downs. I get him a few new things. Excuse me, a few new things every season, just because, I don't want him to have some kind of middle child syndrome about having literally nothing but hand-me-downs. I try to keep my kids to a capsule wardrobe of about 10 outfits. If they're potty training, a few more than that. So for my daughter, I bought about 10 outfits, and she has a few in her closet that will still fit from last summer, bringing her total up a little bit because, potty training, accidents happen. You need more than 10 outfits. But for my boys, I try to keep them to 10 because that's, the week worth of laundry. I do laundry once a week, plus a couple extra days for like falling in mud or getting behind or what have you. And I try to keep them to like 1 pair of sandals for the summer and a pair of water shoes. Now, my boys do have things left over. They fit in their shorts from last summer, so you will not see any shorts for my boys in this haul. They fit in their water shoes from last summer, so there's not new ones of those. But I do buy new sandals every year. And new shirts. There are many shirts that still fit both of my kids, so you won't find 10 shirts for each child. So it's just a few things for my boys, and then pretty much an entire spring-summer capsule wardrobe for my daughter because she has no one to get hand-me-downs from, so I get them from the thrift store. I am going to start with her items here. They're down here next to me, so if you see me looking over here and rummaging around, that's why. One accessory. I don't usually buy a lot of accessories. She wears a lot of these stretchy hair bands, the fabric, because she doesn't really have a lot of hair. It's starting to get a little mullety in the back and looking a little bit funky. But I can't clip anything. It's not long enough or thick enough to put in any kind of clip hair accessory, and she does like to wear things in her hair, so I get her hair bands. This one is a fun, like, iridescent rainbow mermaid kind of print, and she loves mermaid things. Last summer she had some mermaid sandals that she wore to death. I didn't find any mermaid things that made sense for her wardrobe, and so I thought this little headband could serve her little mermaid style. Okay, and then here's shoes. I just got done saying I like to keep 1 pair of sandals and 1 pair of water shoes for my children. They wear them all summer, they wear them out, we throw them out, we get new ones the next year. My daughter has, in this pile, 4 pair of shoes. I will explain myself. Okay. First of all, she has 1 pair of, water shoes, if you will. These happen to be a flip-flop with a back strap. I don't actually have my small kids walk around in flip-flops. They're not very good for their feet. They're kind of painful between your toes, especially when you're small. But we do a few things each summer that require these. We need them in showers in a couple of places. We need them if we go to the beach. So I picked up these. They're cute. They look like strawberries. There's some, Oh, they're Cat and Jack. They're new with tags. They're Cat and Jack from Target. And if you can see the tag here, I paid $3.50 for these. They probably weren't a whole lot more than that at Target to begin with. Nope, they were $3.99. But that's fine price for a pair of unused sandals. Okay. And then I was having trouble with the shoes, I'll be honest. I am finding through this consigning and thrifting process that it seems that 2-year-old girls are put in a lot of shoes that are for looks and not for function. They have a wedge or a heel or they're a flip-flop or they're jelly sandals or something else that I feel like would be really uncomfortable for my daughter to wear every day. They'd be nice for dress up or for, Sundays, but I don't buy shoes just for dress up or Sundays. So I tried to pick things that seemed the most comfortable, but in order to do that, they weren't super high quality. That's why I bought 2 pair. The first pair are these little multicolored gladiator sandals. They have nothing between the toe, and there's lots of, foot coverage, so I thought they'd be kind of easy to walk in. They zip up the back to be easy to put on. They're Oshkosh B'gosh. They were $4.50. But they are, that material where it's going to start to shred with heavy wear. It's not, it's not made of anything great. And the bottom of them is just flat. They're not, super great for your feet. But these are the size she will be in shoe at the beginning of summer. So I bought that pair. And then I got these, which are like a fake Birkenstock. They're from Old Navy, but they've never been worn. They were $3.50 again. And these will be good for her feet. The bottom of these being that they're, kind of molded to your foot, and they're that cork sandal. Even off-brand Birkenstocks, I've never gone wrong with for my kids or myself as far as comfort of the footbed. But again, they've got these pleather straps that are just going to shred. I can tell with heavy wear these are going to get kind of shreddy. So she's got the 2 pair of kind of low quality material. So between these 2, hopefully we can make it most of the summer. And then I have 1 pair that's a little bit better materials. These are Carter's. These are much less shreddy. They've got a bow. They've got an enclosed toe. And they're Velcro, not a true buckle, because I'm not buckling nothing on my 2-year-old. These are a little bit better quality. They were still only $3.50. These are the next size up, because she's a size 7 in toddler shoe right now and will be in the beginning of summer, but I'm pretty sure by the end of summer she won't fit in that 7 anymore. So I picked these up right away in an 8 because they were a good quality shoe. Again, I don't think they've ever been worn based on the bottoms. So 2 pairs for the beginning of summer because they're going to wear out, and then 1 pair for the end of summer because she's going to switch sizes. Okay, now clothes. I got this little sundress. It's Health Tech's, which is, kind of a Walmart-ish brand. But they're a good brand. I've bought Health Tech's for my boys before. It's just a little sundress. It doesn't actually button. And it came with a little diaper cover for $4.50. I don't know if I'm going to remember to say all the prices. Most of the dresses were $4.50. Occasionally they're something a little bit different. A Carter's little button front sleeveless shirt dress. This looks a lot like things that I wear in the summer. Sometimes I buy my daughter things that match with me. Okay. This is a super cute tank dress. I do not know anything about this brand. Let me know if you know anything about that brand. It seems like kind of one of those natural type brands just from the, the branding tags and the feel of the fabric. It's got this elephant graphic on it. She loves elephants. They're like her favorite animal. This was $4.50 again. Just a tank dress. Kind of a, peach color. You don't have to match anything with your dresses in the summer, so it really doesn't matter what color they are. This is sort of this is in between green and mustard. I'm not sure if the color is really going to show up well on camera. It's got a fun pattern on the bottom. It's just a jersey tank dress. It's got a fake tie in the back. It doesn't actually tie. But such is life. It's Old Navy. So it was $2.50 because they consider Old Navy to be kind of a less expensive brand. The quality is, pretty much just as good as any other brand of kids' clothes. So I don't know why they do that. But hey, I'll take it for $2.50. This one was $3.50, Faded Glory, which is a Walmart brand. But this looks to be in really good shape. If this was worn heavily by a child, this is a really good quality piece of clothing. And if it wasn't, fine. It'll just be like new for my kid. It's got a little ruffle on the front. This will be good for fall. It's a little heavier jersey, and it's got a little short sleeve. So she can keep wearing that through summer into the fall. A little strawberry dress. This is H&M. Still only $4.50 on consignment. It's got little ruffles, a little strawberry. One little button here in the back. Those little buttons drive my husband crazy, so I try not to buy too many things with little buttons in the back. This is possibly my favorite thing that I encountered. It's Carter's. It's a little shirt dress. It's hot pink, but it's got little dinosaurs all over it. I thought this was so cool. I was surprised, actually, that this was Carter's, because it seemed like one of those brands that's been popular lately for little girls of dresses that have dinosaurs or other science-y things on them. That's what I assumed this was, but no, it's just Carter's. This one's kind of got a special story to it. It's a brand called Nanette, which is funny. One of my kids' favorite books is Nanette's Baguette. It's a Mo Willems story, but anyway, it's a strawberry dress, which by itself is super cute. I probably would have bought this anyway. But the story is when my daughter was a newborn, one of the first outfits that I bought her was a little strawberry romper. It had strawberry seeds like this all over. It was pink. It had little green trim. I bought that in newborn size, and she wore it so much. It was the cutest thing. I put her in it all the time. And then I found the exact same romper in like 12 or 18 months, and I bought it, and she wore it on her first birthday, because she wore it at the very beginning of her life, and then she wore it for her first birthday. I had hoped to find either the same romper in a 24-month or something very similar, because if the new baby is a girl, I'd like to put my 2-year-old in this and the baby in the newborn strawberry romper and have them match. I just think that would be super cute. This is just a very plain tank dress. Old Navy again, so, I like Old Navy dresses. I think my daughter will as well. It seems comfortable. And one more. It kind of looks like a party dress. I tried to buy only jersey. This is the one thing that's not jersey, but it is like a very flexible fabric, and it's not super wrinkly. I don't like those all cotton shenanigans that are going to wrinkle and that are kind of restrictive. You try to pull it down over their arms, and it's like so rigid that it's kind of uncomfortable. This one is pretty soft, and it's got this, I forget what this is called, shearing or whatever, around the waist. And it's just fun and poofy and a little bit fancier maybe for church or what have you. And then I got her one onesie. She has a few tank top onesies for summer. She doesn't really wear onesies. She doesn't like pants. She likes dresses. That's why I bought her so many dresses. But every once in a while she wants to wear a skirt. She has a few skirts, and then she needs something to go with the skirt. So I found this one. It's black. I don't know if you can tell, but the sun is sparkly. I just thought that was super cute and simple, and will go with all of her skirts. That is my spring wardrobe for my little toddler girl. That is everything. She will probably get a few things for her birthday in May, not from me, but from grandma's. So I've assigned them, if you will. I've asked them for summer pajamas and or rompers. I mean, you can sleep in a romper. Doesn't really matter. Because those are things that are hard to find on consignment. I don't know if people's 2-year-olds don't really wear rompers anymore, or if rompers just aren't cool. And pajamas, I think, just get worn out. I think they get so worn looking that they don't do well on consignment. So those are the things I've asked grandmas to get for my daughter's birthday. And that will be her whole wardrobe, because she really just loves to wear dresses. She has little shorts to put underneath them for all kinds of reasons. But her little shorts from last year will totally still fit. They were very stretchy, and they were almost too big last year. So those are fine. So I didn't need to get new ones. I don't keep socks for my kids in the summer. They don't wear them. I don't wash socks from May to September. It's actually a rule in my house. I do not wash socks from May to September. So she didn't need any kind of socks or anything like that. She has a dress that will work for Easter. I mean, there are several of these she could wear, certainly on Easter as well. But she has a little sailor dress left from last year that still fits, so she could just wear that to be fancy if she wants to. And now we will switch over to the boys' clothes. All right, let's work our way up in age order. So now we're on to the 4-year-old, who only needs a very few things because he gets most of his clothes passed down from his brother. Always a pair of sandals each. I always chuck them at the end of the summer. They're kind of stinky. They've gotten in sand. The Velcro wears out, what have you. So for my 4-year-old, I got this pair of Keens. They're not knockoffs. They're really actually Keens. They look barely worn. They're burgundy, which is kind of a strange color, but he likes colorful things. So these will be good. I try to find him Keens. His school shoes are actually a Keens. It's almost like a boot. I didn't really know they made those. But he has really wide and flat feet, this 4-year-old. Quite large for a 4-year-old, too. And these are one of the only shoes that's wide enough, I feel like, for his little feet. So I got him these. The Velcro is still really good. The bottoms look hardly touched. So these should make it all summer for him. Sorry, there's a bag that's going to crunch. And then I just got him a few shirts. Shirts at the store tend to be $2.50, $3.50, $4.50, depending a little bit on the brand. So this one has a T-Rex on it. It's Circo brand. So it was $2.50. He wears a size 5 in clothes. He picked this one up and he said, "Oh, it's a happy dinosaur." He's a cutie. So there's his happy dinosaur shirt. This one, he was very excited about this realistic lion on here. It's $2.50 at Carter's. It says insert snacks. This is my hangry child. He could eat more than an adult in a day, I'm pretty sure. So this was funny to me. I don't always buy things with words because sometimes they're kind of obnoxious. But if they're just cute and not like rude to others, then I will. And then this was also $2.50 Jumping Beans. I got him a Big Bro shirt. Now, obviously, he's already been a Big Brother once. But I thought when the new baby comes, it might be nice for the boys to have something specific to wear for the occasion. My 6-year-old especially is into that kind of thing. So I bought both boys a Big Brother shirt. They've been calling each other bro lately. I think the 15-year-old started it. The 3 of them call each other bro. So I thought that would be fun. So that's all that the 4-year-old needed. A few new shirts. Just for fun, really. To make him feel like he got new special clothes. And then his new pair of sandals. Now the 6-year-old. His sandals look like these. They are a brand I've never heard of. Uovo? They're some kind of European brand because they're sized Europeanly. They say 31 instead of size 12. But they're very similar to kind of a Keen or a Tiva. They've got this, like the sporty strap, and they're a waterproof Velcro situation. These were $5.50, which is a pretty good brand, or a pretty good price for something big enough to fit my 6-year-old. He does not have wide feet. He actually has narrow feet. So I can't buy him Keens because they're too wide. It's crazy. I also got him a pair of Chuck Taylor Converse high tops. They're black. But he wore those to school today. He really wanted to wear those. I try to buy him Converse for his school shoes if I can because he has such narrow feet. They're one of the only brands that seems to really be super comfortable for him. There's no like slipping side to side when he walks. And then a few t-shirts. He still has a bunch from last summer that fit because I bought kind of a size ahead. It's the easiest to do in t-shirts. The sleeves can't be too long because they're short. Your shirt really doesn't get too long. He's a long torsoed kid. So he just needed a few more to make 10. So this one was $2.50. See you later, alligator. He said he wanted pictures on his shirts. I asked him. He thinks these kinds of sayings are funny, and he can read now. So having a few words on some of his shirts he thinks is fun because he can read them. This one is a little bit of a Henley with a cool palm tree design. We went to Hawaii last summer, and my 6-year-old is just in love. He asks all the time if we can go back. And so I thought a little tropical shirt would be fun for him. He loves dinosaurs, especially realistic dinosaurs and facts. So this has little facts about the T-Rex and then some sketch T-Rex. Still $2.50. Some of these are 6 and some of these are 7. He can fit in either size of t-shirt, so I just went with what I thought he'd like. And if it was a 6 or a 7, whatever, okay. This is Carter's, still $2.50. This one was just beyond funny. It says beyond awesome, and it's got dinosaurs, but they're in space. These are probably his 2 biggest loves, dinosaurs and astronauts. So they're astronaut dinosaurs. I just thought this was the funniest thing. I couldn't believe somebody actually made this. And it seems like it was never really worn. And he's just going to love that thing. Oh my goodness. And then lastly is his bro shirt. This one still has the tags on from Carter's, but it was only $2.50. It says super big bro. So the younger one's got a big bro. This one says super big bro. I want to see if I can find my 15-year-old something on the internet. He wears men's size clothes, so I don't know if they really make these like sibling shirts in men's sizes, but I'm going to try and see if I can get one that says like biggest bro or, you know, some kind of superlative. And I couldn't find anything in my daughter's size that said big sister, which is strange. Apparently nobody's 2-year-old is a big sister, but I'm going to try to find her something yet too, so all 4 of them can wear their special shirt when the baby's born, which secretly there's a hidden agenda. If they all have a specific shirt for that day, I can pre-pack them a bag so whoever is taking care of them for us doesn't have to try to find their clothes. And it's like, well, here's their shirts because these are their special the day the baby was born shirts. And it's, you know, it's easy for me. Plus, it's like a thing we can save, so they're not like missing a shirt from their normal rotation of clothes because I packed it a month in advance. This is their special shirt that they get out the day the baby is born. And we can take a cute picture and whatever. I've never done that before. This is new. Every once in a while, I just I have a little bit of angst that the more kids I have, the less kind of special fun things I'm going to remember to do. So I create little new traditions every once in a while. So we've never dressed up in sibling clothes before for a baby, but hey, 5th kid, maybe now is the time to dress up in cool little sibling clothes. So there is my kids' spring-summer capsule wardrobes, essentially, minus the things that are still in their closets because they still fit them. All together, for all the shoes and all the clothes that I needed for 3 kids under 7. They have some hand-me-downs mixed in, but altogether I spent $104 at the store for 3 wardrobes, which I think is very reasonable. I try to keep it to $50 a kid or less. This was obviously less than $50 a kid, which is great. My 15-year-old, I think we give him about $100 every 6 months for clothes because obviously he wears adult clothes. You can't get, 5 pairs of adult jeans for $50. It's not going to happen. So he goes to the store with my husband and we don't really input. We just give him $100 and try to help him make sure he's got the math right, and he picks out new clothes each season for himself out of that money. His shoes are separate because, again, adult shoes are like $40 a pair, and that's separate. But he's got a whole different budget, and I don't pick out his clothes for him because he's 15. That's silly. But my 3 young kids are all done for $104, some hand-me-downs, and some clothes that still fit from last year. I am excited. I will get those hung up in the next couple of weeks here before baby shows up, so they're all set to go in case it gets warm. Well, I am still not on top of my housekeeping game. And they'll be all set in their closets. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe you picked up some tips along the way. I have no idea. Or you just like looking at hauls, which I like to do, especially for cute kid clothes. So, we'll see you around. Bye.